In this episode of Drinking Made Easy, we head to Monument City. We make some bad decisions.
That would be a bad decision.
That would be. If you had several, you probably wouldn't be able to walk.
Take some shots on goal.
Can't be this easy every single time.
And take some shots at the bar.
Chesapeake!
It's Drinking Made Easy, Baltimore. I'm Zane Lamprey, and my job is to drink. I'm traveling around with my mascot, Steve McKenna, and my buddy Pleplius, as we explore the local drinking cultures, customs, and cocktails. Along the way, we'll soak in the local flavor in an effort to make drinking easy. For our first stop, we ventured out to the town of Jefferson to harvest some information about making hard apple cider. Distillery Lane Cider Works sits on a 95-acre orchard where they specialize in making small batch alcoholic cider.
So how many acres are here?
There are approximately 10 acres in orchard. We have just about 3,000 trees. We basically grow two kinds of apples here. We grow apples that are strictly for cider, English and French cider apples, and then we grow some older American apples here that were much more common 100 years ago.
So how many different apples do you grow here?
30-ish, give or take one or two.
Oh, wow.
Almost all of them go into the cider in some way or another, but some are grown specifically for hard cider.
Next, we head to the distillery to find out how those good apples get turned into great drinks.
These all started as the same thing.
Oh yeah, it's 100% apple juice.
Right.
Our ciders are different, and they're small batches, and gives our customers a variety of things to try as we get things bottled up.
You're making me incredibly thirsty. I don't know if that's your intention.
Man, I've got cotton mouth
Okay,
here.
let's go. We gotta go drink something.
Now that we've talked about their ciders, it's time to try them. We set up a sampling of 5 of their top sellers.
We're gonna rate these.
The ones we like from...
Oops, I'm sorry. Sometimes you can't tell the distance on these
I don't
things.
think you are.
Okay. So we're gonna rate them from awesome to awesomest.
There you go.
So I guess I'll start here.
That makes it chuggable.
We start with their 2010 Reserve.
I have a system already.
Then their American Still Cider, their traditional Sparkling Cider, their Kingston Black, and finish off with their Celebration Cider.
So this one, what was number 1? Do you have the list?
Celebration.
Is there alcohol in these?
They're 7 to 8%.
We actually talked
depending
about
on
this.
which one.
I know.
That's a Steve question.
Steve favors the one made from Kingston Black apples.
He drank them accordingly.
That apple produces a great cider. It's the only single variety cider we make. They're dinky little fruits, so you have to pick them. You've got to pick forever to fill up a bushel.
When you say dinky little fruit, why'd you look at Steve? What do you mean by that?
I don't know, Steve. They have a bad growing habit.
When you said bad habit, why did you look at Steve when you said that? Dinky with a bad habit.
And they're prone to diseases, too.
How did you know?
Other than that, it's a perfect apple.
For our next location, we stumble over to Bad Decisions, a bar that's known for their extensive handwritten menu.
Wow. This is your cocktail menu.
That's correct.
Is this a guide for behind the bar, or is it a menu for like someone at the other side of the bar?
We give it out to customers.
You give it out.
And there's enough drinks in there that after you order 1 or 2, I know how you drink, and I can make you drinks all night.
The drink I want to start with is called the Zombie Island, which is made with hibiscus blossom, rum, overproof rum, dark rum, aged rum, sour mix, fresh lime juice, pineapple juice, lemon bitters, vodka, and passion fruit liqueur. Grab a hurricane glass and drop in 2 hibiscus blossoms.
These look like they are Klingon.
Next, add aged rum,
How much goes in there?
About an ounce.
overproof rum,
We're gonna do about 3/4 of an ounce of this guy.
126 proof.
There you go.
dark rum,
Half an ounce of this guy. Good.
aged rum,
1 ounce.
sour mix, fresh lime juice, pineapple juice, a couple of dashes of lemon bitters.
I don't know how to measure dashes.
Sloop Betty is a wheat vodka made by Blackwater Distilling, the only licensed distiller in Maryland.
Between that and our lemon bitters, that's gonna add a little more citrus.
Now add some ice, give it a shake, and it's almost ready to serve. To finish off the Zombie Island, we top with passion fruit liqueur.
And that looks like something that you could enjoy several of, but in fact, that's not recommended.
Yeah.
That would be a bad decision.
That would be. If you had several, you probably wouldn't be able to walk.
Do you recommend that people have even 2 of these?
No, only 1. Maybe not even one. Maybe you can't even handle one. I don't know.
That tastes really good.
Thank you.
Holy crap. I could very easily, without knowing what's in there, just toss it back. Toss it back. Yeah.
Before we try any more drinks, I asked John how he got the strange name for his bar.
When I was buying the bar, I didn't have a name picked out yet. Eventually, I was just like, you know what? These are all bad ideas. These are all mediocre. Let's just go out to a bar and make some bad decisions. And my one friend jumps up off the couch and she said, well, that's it. That's what it's got to be. And so the next day I incorporated. That was it.
It's really good. It's very strong. It feels like something Tad would really enjoy.
Tad, you want to try this? We were gonna actually let other people try it. Tad, if you don't mind. Tad, we were just gonna sip. We were gonna pat. Oh. Since we had Tad drink the zombie, why don't you do a race against John, and then maybe, are you driving? No. All right, so we'll the three of you guys do a chugging race. That's a bad decision. Let's do that.
It's almost like
All right,
a
I'll
theme.
mix them up.
Enough with the good decisions. Let's start making some bad ones. So I whip up 3 more Zombie Island cocktails.
All right, Gio, let me see the camera.
The drinks have been passed out, and we're ready to start.
All right, here we go. So the loser has to run up Federal Hill in their underwear. On your mark, get set, go.
And there they go. Cameraman Gio jumps out in front, but McKenna's not far behind. Oh, and McKenna makes an amateur mistake. And McKenna comes in last.
You lost, buddy. No, you lost. You don't even finish it. You lost. See you at Federal Hill, buddy. Oh, God, it's horrible.
We're not zoned for that.
Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, I take a flight around Baltimore.
Welcome back to Drinking Made Easy. If you want me to buy you a shot, I likely will. If you're in Baltimore, go to the horse you came in on and say the password, and you can have a shot from my bottle. But there are rules involved, so if you want to know the password, go to drinkingmadeeasy.com. That's it.
I know the password.
What is it?
We're sipping our way around the city of firsts, and our next stop is the First Gonzo Brewery in Maryland. Originally opened in Denver, Colorado as a small brew pub, Flying Dog moved all of their beer production to a state-of-the-art brewery in Maryland in 2008. We met up with Flying Dog CEO Jim Caruso to flesh out the company's story.
Why the name Flying Dog?
In 1983, our founder, George Stranahan, decided that he wanted to take him and a group of friends and climb to the summit of K2. K2 is the second highest mountain in the world. On day 17, George ran out of alcohol and pharmaceuticals. Has to find an attorney, have an affidavit notarized that his father's a Christian so they can actually buy alcohol. It's a dry country.
Okay.
Finally gets that, goes to the bar, gets some alcohol, and there's a picture, an actual oil painting, probably as big as these posters behind us, of a bird dog, an English bird dog. It's this dog coming off the ground in some twisted fashion that you can't imagine a dog being into, and it just captured their imagination. Of course, they were oxygen deprived and alcohol deprived. They just stared at it for several days. They called it the Flying Dog. When he decided to do a brew pub in 1990, Flying Dog was the natural name.
Let's toast to that.
Let's toast to that.
To fully appreciate Flying Dog's style, you have to drink it from the bottle.
Now, who's Ralph Steadman?
Ralph Steadman is the gentleman who illustrated Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, all the articles he did for Rolling Stone. Tremendous artist and writer in his own right.
Yeah.
He does original art for all of our labels. Road Dog and the Doggy Style Pale Ale were the first two that he did. And that Road Dog label was our first controversial label. So Ralph is painting this live on the BBC, being the provocative person that he is, decides to just have a little bit of fun and say, good people drink good beer, of course, no shit. And he splashes on the art, good beer, no shit. And we got the label, and we thought, well, that's art. You know, that's part of the art. We produced about 15,000 cases. The state of Colorado had a complaint by one of our fellow brewers, not even a consumer. They were, I think, worried that we're going to bring the wrath of what was then the ATF down on the beer industry. So the state came in and said, we think it's obscenity. We said, we think it's art. They said, we can shut you down. So we pulled 15,000 cases, and we ran good beer, no censorship. And then Mark Silverstein, our hero forever, he was the regional director from the ACLU, decides that that's crazy. Took it to the Colorado Supreme Court. We won. And good beer, no shit was back on the label.
The next beer we try was the Raging Bitch.
It's a female dog, and I can tell it's a female dog because it has teats. And it also has the genitalia of a angry Bitch. Thanks.
And we said, hey, Ralph, it's our 20th anniversary, so, you know, really Ralph it up.
Were you concerned that maybe his art was going to be a little bit more aggressive?
After the fact, when I saw this, I was not totally convinced that the TTV, the federal regulators would approve it, but they did. You know, for some breweries, they'd have lost their mind. For Flying Dog, it's right at that interesting edge.
Yeah.
And no, it's not for everybody, and we by no means mean to offend anyone, but we love it.
It's an aggressive name. I appreciate that it's hoppy, but it's not overly hoppy, and I kind of feel like it's balanced. I like it.
I'm really glad to hear that because one of the characteristics we always strive for is balance. The hops that we're using are more of the aromatic, more of the floral, citrusy, grapefruity. So you're not trying to balance it out with too much sweetness. It's more trying to balance it out with the 8.3% alcohol with these Amarillo hops that we find are extremely popular.
Next, we head over to Mr. Rain's Funhouse for some aromatherapy. Located on the top floor of the American Visionary Art Museum, Mr. Rain's is the perfect mix of gourmet food, artistic decor, and master mixology. We met up with Perez Claban to learn how to make two of their signature cocktails from their aromatherapy elixir flight.
I've climbed like a whiskey ladder. Okay. I've fallen off ladders from drinking too much whiskey, but I've never had a flight of cocktails.
It's just our little play. I think it's going back to like the kind of apothecary type thing, curing what ails you.
We should try the aromatherapy. I'm getting that they're going to smell nice. Right. But there are therapeutic benefits to drinking these cocktails.
Yes. Your self-esteem gets higher.
I could use a self-esteem boost.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to have some aromatherapy and feel better about ourselves.
The first cocktail on the flight is the Ode to Joy, which is made with avocado, poblano-infused mezcal, orange liqueur, lime juice, honey syrup, paprika, sea salt, cumin, and absinthe. Start by muddling a quarter of an avocado. Then add the poblano-infused mezcal.
So that's the top, and that's about the bottom.
That works,
I'd say that was probably the bottom, and that one's maybe top of it, and this one's for you, and I like you a lot. So I'm probably gonna give you a little bit of...
That looks great.
Orange liqueur, fresh squeezed lime juice, and honey syrup. Next, we flambe the paprika, sea salt, and cumin in absinthe and use it to rim the glass.
Now we're talking. All right?
I was just gonna light up that absinthe up. Just gonna cook off all that absinthe and just pull up the aromatics from the cumin and the paprika.
Oh yeah, look, you can smell it.
And we're just gonna rim the glasses with a little bit of lime.
Okay.
Rim the glasses with lime juice, then our absinthe paprika mix.
Thank you.
Then shake and pour into chilled glasses.
That's a handsome looking drink. You know what I'm doing right now? By the way, Perez, it's called Flair.
That is, yeah.
Wow.
That was wonderful.
Did you even smell it?
I did. I'm still smelling it. I feel better already.
The next cocktail on the flight is the Crushed Velvet. For the Crushed Velvet recipe, go to drinkingmadeeasy.com. The third and final drink in the flight is the Italiano a Parigi. The Italiano a Parigi is made with peach bitters, gin, demi-liqueur di Milano, dry vermouth, Angostura bitters, and lavender bitters.
3 dashes.
I'll get that later. Sorry. 3?
3.
For this drink, we need to chill 3 glasses and add 3 dashes of peach bitters.
1, 2, 3.
Next, add 1.5 ounces of gin.
So, yeah.
That's
That's a lot of gin.
a lot of gin.
1/2 ounce of dry vermouth.
Thank you.
3/4 ounce of demi-liqueur di Milano, an Italian herbal liqueur, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and finish off with lavender bitters.
That's close.
Is that good?
That was great.
Now stir and pour. Then garnish with a twist of lemon.
You probably want me to make a horse neck out of this using this implement right here.
Exactly.
Next, I make a horse neck, which is a wide rind we use to zest and finish off the drink.
Let
Cheers.
the flight continue. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Buckle in, guys. We're gonna get some turbulence.
Exquisite.
I don't even know what we're doing. Okay, bye.
Now that we've sampled their flight, I'm ready to fly to a commercial. Hey! Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, the state sport.
Left hand. Oh, come on!
We are drinking our way through Charm City, and our next stop is the Baltimore Lacrosse Club. Welcome back to Drinking Made Easy. As you know, Drinking Made Easy isn't just a TV show about drinking, it's also a drinking game. So here we are at the six-pack challenge, which is lacrosse. So it's me versus you. I get 6 shots, you get 6 shots. Whoever makes the most out of their 6 shots wins.
Winner gets a six-pack.
Winner gets a 6. Is that all you care about?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's time for the six-pack challenge. So here's the deal. In every episode of Drinking Made Easy, Lamprey and McKenna compete in a six-pack challenge. The loser buys the winner a 6-pack of beer. Before they start, you decide who's gonna win, and if you lose, you drink. For today's 6-pack challenge, Lamprey and McKenna have joined up with the oldest lacrosse club in Maryland. Each guy will have 6 shots on goal. The player with the most goals is the winner. With Plepley set, we're ready to begin. Lamprey won last week's challenge, so he's up first. McKenna pulls his pants up high to ensure maximum flexibility. Lamprey jukes right and leaves McKenna in the dust. He shoots and scores. McKenna's turn, and he mimics Lamprey's move. McKenna takes a shot, and it's good. He ties it up 1-1.
That's one, baby.
Lamprey spins and shoots left-handed. The score stays tied 1-1. McKenna also tries to spin, but can't complete it. But he finds a way to gently toss it into the net. It's now 2-1 McKenna. Oh, and it's wide. McKenna's third attempt, he fakes the juke to the right and gets around Lamprey's defense just enough to plop it in the goal. That's 3-1 McKenna. Lamprey easily gets past McKenna and scores. It's now 2-3. McKenna struggles to get around Lamprey's defense. He takes a shot and it's in. Oh, but his foot was inside the crease, so it does not count. The score remains 2-3. With McKenna tiring, Lamprey makes easy work of his defense and scores another goal. It's all tied up 3-3. McKenna again gets around Lamprey and rolls one into the net. McKenna takes the lead 4-3. This is Lamprey's last chance to tie it up. Lamprey explodes out of the gate. He jukes right, he jukes left, he shoots and scores. Lamprey ties it up 4-4. Now all the pressure is on McKenna. He makes this, he takes home a 6-pack challenge victory. McKenna jogs around Lamprey and takes a weak shot. Oh, but it goes in. And McKenna wins his second 6-pack challenge of the season.
Good job. Come on. Good job.
Here, get out of my face. Get out of my face. For our next stop, we head to the Abbey Burger Bistro to get the skinny on Maryland's famous burger cookie.
Is it or is it not the official beer
This
of
is the
Baltimore?
official beer of Baltimore.
And at one point, it was actually the National Beer Company, which originally made Natty Bo, National Bohemian Beer. So, is this the beer you prefer?
I drink a lot of it.
And everybody in Baltimore does?
A lot of people drink Natty Bo. It's kind of like our hometown beer.
Sorry, it makes me... Oh, hey, we got our own rules too, man. Cheers. That's easy going beer.
It's light.
You guys sell a lot of Natty Bo.
So a lot of Natty Bo.
I think one of the reasons it is popular is because they embrace the fact that people call it Natty Bo. It's National Bohemian Beer.
National Bohemian Beer.
And Natty Bo's a fun
Natty
thing
Bo
to say.
kind of rolls off your tongue a little easy.
And this guy,
He's the guy. He's in Mr. Natty Bo.
he only has one eye.
He only has one eye. He only needs one eye. But he's got a sweet mustache.
He doesn't have a sweet stash, a massive stash.
Russell then tells me about some of the adult milkshakes they make. One with another popular local ingredient called the burger cookie.
What is this burger thing?
There's one in particular called the burger milkshake. The
Now,
burger shake.
now it's not like a cheeseburger.
No.
The burger cookie is a cake-like cookie topped with a thick layer of chocolate fudge. It was introduced by a German baker in 1835 and has become synonymous with Maryland. The burger milkshake is made with vanilla ice cream, burger cookies, chocolate liqueur, vanilla vodka, milk, and whipped cream. First, scoop ice cream into a milkshake tin.
This is the pre-chopped up burger.
Pre-chopped up burger cookies.
Okay.
Next, add some crumbled burger cookies.
Now you need the important stuff, the booze.
Yeah.
Now add chocolate liqueur and vanilla vodka.
How much of each?
Pour about a shot worth of each, or however much you feel.
An ounce is a specific measurement. A shot is, I think, arbitrary.
Add a splash of milk, then blend it up.
toppings.
Okay. Dump them right in. Straws.
And top with whipped cream.
I mean, look, I make a good milkshake. What am I gonna say? Look, you guys, check it out. Wow. Beautiful. Cheers.
Cheers.
You know what this is? This is just adults drinking milkshakes.
This is it.
Good thing.
Pretty good.
Our next stop is at one of the oldest saloons in the country. The Horse You Came In On Saloon is the oldest continually operating bar in Baltimore and was the favorite watering hole of American poet Edgar Allan Poe. Before we get into the important stuff, we have Christian pour us a few pints of their house beer.
Can I get a horse ale, please?
Absolutely. This is brewed locally by the stadium. It's called Pratt Street Ale House. It's an English blonde ale.
You're working, you can't drink. We're working, we technically have to drink.
Yeah.
So can you hold on while we do our job for one moment?
I only drink while I'm working. Holy smoke. Can he get another one of those?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll get it for you.
Go ahead. It's not illegal either.
So let's talk about this beer. Is this the most popular beer that you guys serve?
Absolutely.
It's good. I mean, obviously you want your staple beer to be a beer that people can drink several of.
There you go.
I can't, because it's so cold and delicious. I can't chug it. There you go, buddy. Was it delicious?
Yes.
Do you feel better about yourself?
For sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Do I look better?
No.
All right, chug this one.
Now that Steve and I have downed a few, we dig into the rich history of the bar.
One of the owners who bought this bar, the money he used to purchase the bar, he won off of horse races.
Hence the name, The Horse You Came In On.
The Horse You Came In On Saloon was around before, during, and after Prohibition.
Sorry, no, I scratched my head. No, I'm good. It'd be very difficult to stay open for 13 years while drinking is illegal. But you're saying that you guys were open.
We were open. We talk about the speakeasies and Prohibition. Like, people didn't stop drinking. They were just shady about it.
Right.
So they did it on the sly.
This was a shady business, sir?
We were shady.
You were shady. All right, so tell me about this Edgar Allan Poe fellow. Who's that? Who's Edgar Allan Poe?
He was a poet.
Yeah? What did he write?
The Telltale Heart.
Okay.
Very famous poem. It changed my life.
So Edgar Allan Poe was from Baltimore, and he drank physically here.
Yes. So this was his watering hole.
His neighborhood bar.
Yep.
Edgar Allan Poe had his last drink here.
Yes.
So he had some drinks, and then he was walking home when he died.
Yep.
What's happening here?
This is the old number 7 club. You basically come here if you're a Jack drinker or you're a whiskey drinker.
Got
You
it.
buy a bottle, you pay one-time fee, and you own the bottle. So it's your bottle. Anytime you come here, you want shots, you want drinks and mixers, you pay for your bottle, and it's there for you.
Do I have to pay for a mixer fee?
No, you don't.
Really?
Nope, just
So
pay
if I
one
wanted a
fee.
Jack and Coke.
It's already paid for. Your bottle's paid for.
And how much is a bottle?
So the first bottle to join the club is $100. You get a polo, you get a card that will have your number on it and your name on it, and then you'll also get like a keychain.
I think that's a good deal.
It's a great deal.
I would like to join your whiskey club, please. Sir. Kind
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Do you have $100? Because I'm a little strapped at the moment and I need to borrow $100.
Are you trying to borrow money?
Let's go up and ask you to borrow $100 from him.
26B.
Yeah, it's also a cup
And then
size.
all right, so I'm just putting your name and your password on there.
Okay.
This is your bottle. We're gonna crack it open.
So now I would like to have some shots out of my bottle, please.
Okay.
Now that I'm a member of the Old Number 7 Club, I want to celebrate by buying everyone a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To Pleplius!
Oh, it's so good. Check us out on Facebook and at drinkingmadeeasy.com.